Hi everyone, welcome to the next exercise. This is exercise 4i and we're talking about perpendicular and parallel lines. Firstly, let's talk about what we might mean by perpendicular and parallel. If I've got this red line here, then I can draw a parallel line in blue, which means that it has the same gradient. It runs next to, but never touches. Okay, so it runs next to, it's like the train tracks. So that says that that is parallel. That's a parallel line. In green, I'm going to draw a perpendicular line, which basically means it's kind of like it goes in the opposite way. It creates a right angle. Okay, so these are 90-degree angles. These are all 90-degree angles. All right, so that's a perpendicular line. All right, so that's just a bit of a reminder of what parallel and perpendicular lines are. What you're going to be given today is you're going to be given different equations. So let's say y equals 3x minus 1. And they'll say you need to give us a parallel line that passes through the point 0, 4. And they'll always do it with a 0 there. All right, for all these questions. I'll show you why in a second. Now, we need to go to our standard form, so we need to do a parallel line that goes next to 3x minus 1. I'll draw what it very well could look like in black, okay? Something like this, all right? That's probably something around about where it goes through -1, right there. Now, what we need to do is go back to our standard form, which is y equals mx plus c. You remember that? Now, if it's parallel, the gradient has to be exactly the same. So m equals 3 because it's parallel. Now, because it's going through the point 0, 4, which is we go along the x to 0 and up to 4, let's say that's 4 right there. All right, it goes through that point right there. So that is the y-intercept. All right, the y-intercept is just that. So if I just write c equals 4, and then I rewrite my equation, y equals 3x plus 4, I have the equation for this new line, which runs parallel to my black one. Sorry, that's pretty messy. This is the equation y equals 3x plus 4. All right, that line there, and that runs parallel to my original one. All right, that's all I really need to do. That's super easy. I'm going to just create a new page and we're going to go into perpendicular lines. All right, what we need to do here is we've got a bit of a change of the rule. All right, now I'm going to give you the basis of it. It is m, and the perpendicular, which is that little symbol there, the perpendicular is the negative and the reciprocal. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in an example, but that's sort of the basis of what I'm talking about. All right, so let's say I have y equals 2x minus 3, and it passes through um, 0 and -1. All right. Now we need to do much the same. Okay, we would write m equals. Now we've got 2, so we need to make it the negative and make it the reciprocal. So we just flip it and we make it so 1/2. So the perpendicular gradient is -1/2. C then equals. We go over here, have a look. The 0 and -1. It's the -1. C equals -1, done. Let's rewrite our formula. Y equals -1/2 x minus 1. I forgot to write in our y equals mx plus c. Sorry about that. So this one here is our perpendicular line that crosses over that and passes through that point. If I was to quickly sketch it out and draw it for you, x and y, then what we would have is something like 2x minus 3 would go something along the lines of that, okay, and going through negative 3. All right. Now, the next one, this one here, it would go through negative 1, all right, and it's got a negative gradient would go along there, all right, creating right angles all the way through. All right, so that's how it would look graphically. All right, the important parts are writing your question out, writing your standard formula. Yes, I know I forgot how to do it the first time. Then writing what your gradient is, your m, your y-intercept, your c, and then stating what the formula would be. You don't need to graph it unless they ask you to. All right, I'm just giving you a visual representation of what it means. All right, please have a go. Show your working out really clear, working down your page. Easy to read. Check your answers. If you have any problems, shoot me a message on Teams. All the best. Bye.